It's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So USC's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know him, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Fields the button, tries to find an opening. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Off play action. Here comes the heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Thanks to grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 46 with the first down. And the Huskies are on the move. They just keep firing. Under fire. He's got his man. Makes the grab. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. A safe ball on the wide receiver screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on fourth down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches
looking to take a shot. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pocket breaking down. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. It's complete. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the play fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Husky. Catch and run for 6.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man across the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll leave it with the lone back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Snatches it on the run. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They get to him as he throws. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the ground with the back. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. And to get rid of it quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the run. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little more. Cut into this lead before halftime. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Snags it over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans will call on their punt team. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Bears the pressure. Punts it out of the air. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now on first down from the 30. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Just keeps moving. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. Wants to go up top. And that one's way too far for everybody.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you?
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it. You can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Nice catch along the sideline and great effort to stay in bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th down.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The quick out, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Hancock. Oh, he's got some space. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Touchdown Trojans! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Firing to the right, complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it down the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington sends out the punt team. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This drive will open from the 15. They march to the end zone the last time they had it. Do it again, and they'll be on top. Intercepted, and the defense will set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Touchdown, Huskies! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Hines is back in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Looking to throw on first down. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit game.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls to miss timing.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The give to the tailback.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Washington. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's complete on the right side. At the 35, he's got room. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Snagged in the middle, it's Hancock. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, in this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Got him downfield. Turning it on. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The handoff, keep working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's loose on the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete. The wrong pass downfield. They couldn't hook up. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Working the middle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? They'll try to race to the edge on first and goal with the wide receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. With the clock running, this should be the final play. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and it's